Stop lying. Lying is ruining your life. This is a proverb a day. Today, we're in Proverb 6. Make sure you watch to the end. These 6 things the Lord hates. Yes, 7 are an abomination to him. A proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood. Lying happened in the fall of man, and now lying is natural. But why? Because human nature is a self-preserver. Lying is one thing, but for someone to swallow the pill that they are a liar, it's a whole nother ballgame. A liar attempts to control the situation through deception out of fear of consequence. The liar wants to convince everyone else that the world is the way they see it and the picture looks better how they paint it. What you may not understand is that fear is the major motivation for lying. Lying starts out when you're young, and before you know it, it becomes your selective way of life. Most people lie to control situations, but lying is a major sign of weakness. It's weakness because when facing the truth, but being incapable of exposing yourself out of fear of rejection, the liar will die 1,000 deaths of a coward. By the way, I used to be a serial liar. That's why I'm so acquainted with this topic. And stick with me to the end, and I'm going to give you a few things to help you break the power of lying. So let's talk about this. The results of lying are temporary only if you can keep the lies coming. Lying creates extreme stress and anxiety and mental, emotional, and physical harm. Lying creates compartmentalization, split personalities, and spiritual strongholds. And you say, what's a stronghold? I'm glad you asked. A stronghold is a warfare term that means a small, strategic, and organized place that an enemy has set up their operations inside the enemy's camp. So the devil, the father of lies, uses lies to get a person to come in agreement with, only to occupy that space out of their soul and reinforce the lies agreed upon, thus turning the person into a liar because they believed a lie. God hates the lying tongue because he never intended us to live outside of the truth. Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life, and the express image of God, literally transparent, and he desires us to live with the same freedom, living our life in the light. This is deep. Lying and the lies told occupy so much bandwidth and darkness that the liar has run out of places to hide and will eventually lose the will to live. The lies you believe turn into the lies you tell. The lies you tell ultimately will transform your life and you become a lie. I've said this so many times, the only way to break the cycle is to break the silence. Remember I talk about patterns in your mentality, your emotional expression, your words, and your actions? Well, the only way to change your life is to change your patterns. And your patterns are either your problem or your power. So the first book I ever wrote is called Honestly, Keys of Building Lasting Relationships. And it's about my journey from lying to truth and how I came to understand that honesty is a luxury I can't afford to live without. If you want a free copy of that book, comment truth and I'll send it your way. And if this hit home today, make sure you like and share. And for more spiritual, mental, and emotional education revelation, make sure you follow Welcome to the Fight Club. If you're looking for a community to help you heal, grow, overcome, and tell your story with confidence, comment the word community and get instant access to the Fight Club Community Connect.